one of my other favorite scene partners, Mr. Ron Cephas Jones.
And Susan Kelechi Watson, yeah. Excellent, man.
Yeah, Ron, how does it feel watching that and like, you remember shooting that?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember every scene shooting with you. I mean, it's very easy on the eye for one thing. But you're such a magnificent actor, though. You know, we seem to raise the bar when we work together, but I think everybody does that in this show, you know. So it was such a pleasure to get a chance to work with you on those scenes. I'm hoping we get a chance to do it again soon.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah,
I think we will. Okay, so what do you prefer, us eating weed together or drinking together? Which one do you like?
I think the weed was the best.
Yeah, I think so too. It's smoother, right?
Yeah, the brownies, man, you can't beat that.
You can't
right?
beat that. Weed and milk, come on.
Right.
We always love seeing you like in any script, but how does it feel to come back to the show? Like, whenever you come back, how is that feeling for you?
It's been great. I mean, it's like today, you know, we haven't seen each other. It's been a whole season since we've actually saw each other. I mean, I haven't been around you cats for a while, you know, so it always feels good. It feels like family, you know. It's like going away and coming back and seeing Sterling and Chris and Chrissy and Mandy and Justin. It's just all of us taking a picture together. So it's been a while. So it feels great. It always does. Never misses a beat.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Do you feel like this was, because I don't know if you guys know, Ron was huge in theater in New York and has been just a veteran of the stage for a while. And This Is Us. What did getting This Is Us mean for you? What kind of a turning point was that for you?
Well, it was everything. It was my first major television role.
Can you believe that?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So it turned everything around for me. It was the one that I'd been waiting for, you know. So finally being able to come out here and be a part of the television community, you know, and it's been vast, you know, with all the new channels that are coming out. The competition is even greater now. So for us to be able to compete on that level, you know, each year, year in and year out, it says a lot about Dan and the writers and the stuff that they give us to work with. So that's been a pleasure. Yeah. Let me ask you, how did you feel when you found out Beth was a dancer, and did you do any preparation for it?
Did I? Oh, God. I was so excited when they found out Beth was a dancer, because I don't know if you guys know, I had said in like the first season, I told one of our writers, Kay Oyagun, that I danced. I just happened to text her because everybody would talk about, in the writer's room, kind of give little bits of their life and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just went home one day and I thought, maybe let me just tell her that I used to dance. It literally was like, the text read like, just so you know, I used to dance. I think that was it. And she said, okay, cool. And I didn't hear anything for, 2 seasons. And it's fine, I just threw it out there.
Yeah.
But then she hits me up, she goes, so do you really dance? And I said, yeah. And she said, like, do you love it? And I texted her back, I said, yeah. She said, all right. And I said, okay. And then they told me about the ballet. And so I had to train. I actually trained to do a dance. It was a longer dance, the whole dance that they kind of cut up with dancing from Rachel and Akira, who played the younger versions of Beth. But I trained for 2 months and a week in ballet to do that dance.
Wow.
And because ballet was the first dance I stopped doing, because I just felt like, and I was made to feel also like I didn't belong in ballet. And so I focused on other forms of dance, and I've been dancing my whole life. And so, and competed with it. And of course, as I got older, I focused on acting and I stopped competing and stuff, but I always kept it kind of in the pocket. So when they said I was able to do it, I was like, wow, look at God. Look how life comes full circle like that.
Beautiful, man?
Isn't that a beautiful thing where you can like do all the things you love? Like I watch Chrissy sing on the show, or when Mandy gets to sing, and like, Sterling gets to show his muscles, and just all the things that come together, for the good, yes.
So are we going to look forward to seeing more of that part of Beth's career as an instructor, dancer instructor?
Yeah.
In the episodes to come?
Yeah. And I'm so grateful for that, because I just find it so fun. I think it's the best form of expression without talking. Like, I like to talk, it's cool, but I'm a fan of like communicating
Movement,
without
movement,
speech.
yeah.
I just love that, and so much of your soul can go into it, and things that you don't have words for, you can say with your body. And so, for me to have that opportunity is just awesome.
Well, it looked and felt natural too. It just felt like you had that in your background anyway, you know. How was it working with Felicia Rashad?
It was no, I've talked to them already about this. I mean, it was fantastic. I love anytime you get a master class, and you know what it is, and you give them, so you know what it is. But anytime you can get a master class from somebody who has not only been doing this, but been doing it at a level that people respect, and they can always sort of, feel, empathize with their character. There's something about them that anytime they portray somebody, people are always,
Riveted,
identifying with that character.
that's
Then
right.
that's you have something.
That's right,
You
that's
know,
right,
and
that's
and
right.
to be a part of that and to get a chance to work with that as a peer, because you kind of have to drop everything and
That's
become
right,
peers when
that's
you're in a
right,
room. You
that's
can't,
That's right.
operate at any other level. It's amazing. It's a gift.
It came off too, man.
Thank you.
You and Sterling have such an incredible chemistry. Did it come about? I mean, for me, it was sort of a natural and it was organic. Did it feel that way to you also? Do you discuss together ahead of time some of the stuff because it looked so natural, or did you?
No, what's funny? 'Cause I don't think Sterling and I knew what was happening when we first started doing it. We just enjoyed doing it, and as he mentioned, we had both gone to the same acting school, and and we weren't in the same class, so we didn't know each other in that way, and he left before I got to know him, so I knew him, outside of school,
right.
and we were in this bubble for a while, and then we just started hearing things about chemistry, and we had no idea. We were just really kind of into what we were doing.
That's
So
right, that's right.
I don't know that we were ever trying to create anything except trying to tell the truth of these
right,
characters,
that's
and it
right.
was such a lovely bubble to be in, and so I think even now, being aware of the effect that the couple has on everyone, is we still don't overanalyze that. I think we still are just playing and having fun, and as friends getting deeper, and you know what I mean? So I think that a lot of things are communicated in that way, and getting challenged by the work,
I felt the same way. It was like people asked that question often. Do you talk about the scenes beforehand?
Yeah.
And I remember when Sterling first got the award and he looked at me and he said, Ron, all you got to do is show up. And it's like, because we all know that the preparation is going to be there. So when you get there, part of it is being surprised by what you're going to get, but being excited at the same time. That you're going to be in a scene with a really good actor and it's going to just raise the bar, and you don't know what's going to come, but you're prepared for it.
Yeah.
And so then it becomes really seamless and sort of organic when you work together with someone like that. So that's what I've always felt, not only with you, but with Sterling, and even with Mandy, that small scene that we had when she comes in the door and confronts me, you know.
Oh, that was deep.
Yeah, so it was the same kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know. And also with the way they incorporated jazz into the character of, like you as a dancer, and Dan knowing that I was a jazz aficionado, and having to incorporate that soundtrack into it, it was such a natural thing. So
I feel like I have to ask this because you're such an incredible actor. Okay, so you said This Is Us is your big break now, right?
yeah.
So now you get nominated and win an Emmy, okay?
Well,
Okay.
thank you.
I'm just saying, I know my reaction at home, okay? It was
Yeah.
off the charts, Ron. You should have been there.
Man.
But you were on stage. You were in a better place. You were better. How did you feel getting the Emmy?
It's like an out-of-body experience, because that's the last thing you think about. Even having a role like this, you just think it's never going to happen, You just know that you just keep doing what you love to do. And so to be able to have your work recognized in that way, and Gerald McCraney was there, and he had won it the year before.
Right.
And I don't know, it was an out-of-body experience, and it was something that I've always cherished, till this day, So I just attribute it to the work and the things that we used to do all the way back when we were in New York, and remembering why you love to do what you do, and being blessed to be able to do what you love to do, and not many people are able to do that. So the other stuff becomes a byproduct of that, right? It's the blessing of being able to be passionate about what you do and love to do what you do, and then to be recognized at that point at the highest level. It was definitely an out-of-body experience, man. Yeah, thank you, Susan. Thank you.
I know we have to wrap, so this is the last thing I'm going to ask. Where do you keep the Emmy? Is it in the green room right now?
Yeah.
Where we were just at?
You know, it's funny because it's sitting on a mantle next to my television.
Yeah, with a spotlight like on it.
Well, not quite a spotlight, you know.
I'm sorry,
it's kind of there where you can actually see it, but not too prevalent. But it's there. But it's close to the television, which is kind of
I get
ironic.
the poetry. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's like
that.
a little poetic setting. You know
That's
what I
how
mean?
you do.
Yeah, that's
I love it. I love it.
This is I could talk to you all day.
All
Susan.
day. You know that's how we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, we gave it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.